Let me hold your hand when I say this. You don't have to be that girl. And yes, I mean that girl. The one who looks perfect, sleeps at 9, smells divine, has manicured hands, and effortlessly shines when she walks into a room. We all know her and even wish that we could be her, especially since everyone on the internet thinks that is who we need to be. But the truth is, that girl was never truly a person. The internet took hundreds of different people, borrowed their best moments, stitched them together, and called it a lifestyle. And somewhere along the way, we started treating her as a requirement rather than a fantasy. I promise at least half the girls don't live the same off screen as they do on screen. They don't always have spotless rooms or endless energy. We're all trying to live up to a fantasy that never really existed. Hi, I'm Yamuna, and for the longest time, I thought becoming that girl would somehow fix me too. I thought if I could wake up earlier, study harder, have a prettier routine, I would somehow finally become the version of me that I always wanted to be. But the truth boils down to exactly two questions. Who are you, and who are you trying to impress? Because you don't need to wake up before sunrise to be disciplined. You don't need to have expensive skincare to feel worthy. You don't need to have an aesthetic bedroom or a color-coded planner or a perfectly curated routine to prove that you have your life together. Maybe your version of having your life together means you stay up late reading instead of waking up early. Maybe your room gets messy during exam season. Maybe you forget to journal or miss a workout or end up wearing the same hoodie 3 days in a row, God forbid. But none of that makes you less put together. It makes you human. The goal was never to be that girl. The goal was always to be yourself, a version of you that's sustainable, genuine, and real, even when nobody's watching. The problem with that girl isn't simply because she's unrealistic. It's because she quietly convinces us that our own lives are somehow not enough. Everywhere we look, there seems to be a new routine to follow or a new habit to adopt. Wake up earlier, eat cleaner, read, journal, and the list never ends. And individually, none of these things are inherently bad. Drinking water isn't bad. Exercising isn't bad. Wanting to improve yourself isn't bad. But the problem begins when self-improvement stops being about helping ourselves and instead focuses on fixing ourselves. Because suddenly, every flaw feels like a project. Every free moment is an opportunity to optimize. Existing as you are feels like falling behind. Social media only makes us feeling 10 times worse. Every video seems to promise that if you follow one more routine, buy one more product, or wake up 1 hour earlier, your life will finally click into place. And when it doesn't, we all assume that the problem is us, and not that the promise was false in the first place. And the strange part is that we know that social media isn't real. We know that creators post their highlights. We know that creators don't film on their bad days. But knowing something logically and believing it emotionally are two completely different things. The internet rewards perfection, or at least the appearance of it. So naturally, people post their clean rooms after they spent hours cleaning it, and not the week it sat covered in laundry. They post a productive study vlogs and don't show all the doom scrolling happening behind the screen. But it's not always meant to deceive you. They're just sharing parts of their day that feel like they're worth sharing. But when millions of people around the world do the same thing, it feels like everyone has their life together all the time, except for you. I vividly remember watching this one midterm study vlog where a girl studied for 3 days straight for her exams. And I remember it so well because it coincided with one of the worst weeks I had of junior year, like ever. I had an assessment, project, test, like every single day. I was dying that whole time. But I kid you not, I watched this video and she is perfect. Her skin is clear, she's wearing matching sets, she's going to the gym while still studying around the clock. And I remember thinking, what am I doing with my life? Because meanwhile, I had dark circles under my eyes and could barely even wake up to go to school. I lived off of coffee that entire week, and honestly, it felt like I was the only person struggling. I ended up not even posting the vlog I was filming because I felt like I looked so ugly. I would open TikTok or Instagram and everyone would be above my problems. School was so effortless for them. And deep down, I knew that I was only watching a few carefully selected moments from their day, but my brain can't help but compare it to my whole life. And that's the cruel part. These standards are impossible, maybe even fictional, but we're the ones who end up feeling like failures for not reaching it. But at the end of that week, I had A's. A's that I worked incredibly hard for. Grades that reflected real effort, even if that effort came with dark circles and messy hair instead of an aesthetic desk setup. And no, I don't think being sleep deprived is healthy. I don't think living off of coffee should be the norm. But that week taught me something really important. Success doesn't always look aesthetic. Sometimes it looks like doing your best without looking your best. Sometimes it doesn't fit into a study vlog. The internet convinced me that happiness would come once I become that girl. But maybe real confidence comes with realizing that you never had to be her in the first place. So if becoming that girl isn't the answer, what is? Instead of asking, how can I become that girl? We should be asking, what kind of life actually makes me happy? Because the truth is, most of us don't want the 5 a.m. alarms or the green juice or the 10-step skincare routines. We want what those things seem to promise us. We want confidence, we want discipline, we want to feel beautiful, successful, and like we finally have our lives together. Like we said, that girl isn't truly a person. She's a symbol. She represents certainty during a time in our lives where everything feels uncertain. But confidence doesn't come from copying anyone else's routine, and happiness doesn't arrive the moment your life becomes aesthetically pleasing. Real confidence comes from trusting yourself. Real discipline comes from building habits that actually fit in your life. And real happiness comes from creating a version of success that belongs to you. Move your body, go on walks, join a sport, go to the gym if you enjoy it. Exercise isn't something you should do because you're trying to look like someone online. You should do it because you only have one body and it deserves to be taken care of. Eat healthy foods because they make you feel good. Drink water because your body needs it. Get enough sleep whenever you can. Take care of your skin if it makes you confident. But also eat the dessert. Go out for ice cream with your friends. Get the coffee. Have late night snack sessions while studying for finals. Celebrate your accomplishments with food that you actually enjoy. Life was never meant to be a constant optimization project. Healthy habits are important. Ambition is important. But taking care of yourself is equally as important. But self-improvement should add on to your life and not take away. The best version of yourself isn't the one that follows every trend perfectly. It's the one that feels healthy, fulfilled, and genuinely happy. The one that can work hard while still resting. The one that can eat salad and a slice of cake. The one that can have productive days and unproductive days. Because balance isn't a sign that you're failing. It's a sign that you're actually living. Thank you so much for watching. If any part of this resonated with you, let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts. And as always, take care of yourself and I'll see you in the next video.